Yo, what's really good, man? I hope y'all like that intro. Basically just showing off Nightwing, showing off Batman. So this video right here, I want to touch a couple subjects. First one is who are the best characters to spend gear material on? There's a lot of good characters in the game. There's a lot of characters that actually have gear drops in raids. And there's quite a few that don't have gear drops in raids, you know, campaign characters, challenge characters. And I want to touch bases on who are some of the best characters to spend your gear material on. So, as we know, Nightwing does not have gear drops in raid. So, he's definitely a candidate. One of the better cards in the game, one of the newer cards in the game. Him and Blue Beetle, probably the most hyped cards in the game as of right now. However, after a little bit of testing with Blue Beetle, I don't really see him as a damage dealer. So if you do invest your gear material in Blue Beetle, you definitely want to gear him more so towards a defensive build or a fast attack build, although his comboing isn't that great. He does have some pretty unique specials, but ultimately his special 3 is more so geared towards defense. And with that being said, having that boost is actually quite beneficial, but in what situation? Are we just talking about online battles? Are we talking about campaign? Because I don't really see him being any half as good as Nightwing in raids. I mean, don't get me wrong, he's nice, he's new, he's refreshing, he's blue, he's Blue Beetle. But outside of that, outside of him being a new character, I really don't see much potential from Blue Beetle. Now, right now, I am gymming his challenge, getting him to 3 stars. I actually have him at 3 stars. I will upload a video on Blue Beetle, basically just touching Blue Beetle and giving my in-depth review on Blue Beetle. Right now, I'm just going on a tangent, just talking about what is best to do. So, with that being said, right now you just get a little bit of gameplay of Nightwing. You basically get to see why he's one of the best cards in the game. I mean, he can literally solo teams with the right build. Defense, I think defense is very important for Nightwing. Maxing out his defense, that will really help you out in the long run. Just because of his passive. Just being able to generate power while blocking, you definitely want to have defense. Yeah, you definitely want to do that. Blue Beetle, I mean, his attacks are cool, his specials are cool. He has the best super in the game. No doubt about it. You cannot take that away from him. He has the best super in the game. I just don't see him being very useful in raids. I mean, he's a fun card in campaign, he's a fun card to play with, but I don't really see him being very useful in raids. Someone may be able to correct me, but if I'm wrong, but as of right now, that's just where I see him. So right here, I'm gonna basically just touch on the cards that are worth using gear material on. And first up, and this is not in any order, these are just my opinions on who are some of the better characters to spend your gear material on. Number 1, Multiverse Black Lightning. Very good, very underrated card. Really good as a fast attack abuser. Pretty good defensive stats, nice health. You want to really gear him towards either damage or fast attack. Definitely make sure that he has 75% defense because he can definitely use it. All right, and then yeah, he's just a really good character. Silver Batman. Silver Batman, you cannot go wrong with him, man. I mean, he has the strongest special 3 in the game. Definitely was worth the gear material, the gear resources that I spent on him. He can do a lot of damage. Pretty much you'll see me running with him all the time. Now, Nightwing is a very good card, still in testing, very good as a fast attack abuser, very good as a tank. I would definitely spend gear, resources, material on him. Basically right now, just showing you cards that you cannot get gear from in raids. So these are going to be the cards that I would spend gear material on that you cannot get in raids. Emerald Green Lantern, one of the best Green Lanterns in the game. Top 15 card, very useful ability, really nice, really strong. He did get nerfed, but I mean, he's still one of the top cards in the game just because of his passive ability. Really good special 3 as well. Next up, I would have to say Armor Superman. Armor Superman is a beast, very good defensively. You get him to 55% defense. He has 20% at level at 6 stars. So, I mean, you really can't go wrong with a defensive character. Another card that I would use my gear material on is Nightmare Batman. Really good card, really good as a tank. 75% defense, max out the health. You want resistance so you can take a lot of hits. He can actually beat Justice League teams sometimes. So he's a really good card, one of the best tanks in the game. I'd have to put Silver Superman, Nightmare Batman, and those are the best 2 tanks in the game right now. Another good card that I would spend gear material on is Classic Superman. Very strong special 3, a God Slave. He uses him in raids all the time. He can do a lot of damage if you gear him towards that. Really great card overall. I just haven't had the chance to get around to him. Damage over time on the special 3 is actually really good too. And then last but not least, actually second to last but not least, Blue Beetle. I mean, he's good. I would spend gear material on him just to see where I can take him. But really, as of right now, I don't think he's going to be useful in raids. No. Now, a good card that'll be useful in raids, Flora Poison Ivy has one of the strongest special 2s in the game. Can't find her gear in the raids. Really good. Very underrated. I don't really see her being used in raids often. So, I mean, she's good as a damage dealer. She's good as a fast attack combo builder. Really good card. I mean, you can't go wrong with them. So those would be my picks for the cards that most should spend their gear resources on. Now, I understand if you got, you know, like a level 55 gear of Justice League Cyborg and raids and you want to take it to 60, oh yeah, for sure. I say you should go ahead and do that. But ultimately, you know, you can end up getting his gears out of raids, just depending on luck and depending on chance. But, I mean, most of these cards that you can find, you know, the gear in raids, I don't work on them. I don't buy their you know, their gears in arenas or whatnot and or leagues. I just wait until it drops in the raid. So I think this game is definitely a marathon. It's not a race. It's not a race to who can get to level 60 first. Ultimately, it's just how do you like to have your fun? You know, right now, Nightwing is the most fun, if that made any sense, card that I have been playing with since the game dropped. I like Black Lightning. I think he was fun before, you know, all these nerfs and these updates, 2.4 update, but right now he's really not that fun. I just think because he's getting old. I do like having fun playing with Silver Green Arrow. I took his gear to level 40. A lot of people wouldn't agree with it, but I like having him around. He's very strong. I actually like Silver Black Canary as well. She's very strong as well. So I will be using them in raids, and I will be posting, you know, videos on some of the stronger silver characters. Not everybody has access to getting the gold card, so I will definitely touch that as well in the future. But yeah, so those are my picks. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. Let me know if you agree, disagree. You know, just who do you like? Who did you spend your gear resources on? Who did you spend your material on? But definitely the #1 card to spend gear material on, excuse me, I would have to say Silver Batman. You want to do a lot of damage? You want to have fun? Silver Batman is the way to go. Special 3, I mean, you can do an insane amount of damage in raids and also in campaign. I mean, he can help you get through the campaign. Very useful ability. 20% critical attack chance is always nice. Yeah, I mean, he's just one of the strongest characters, so I would definitely spend resources on him. As you can see, I already spent spent all my resources getting him to level 60, so it was definitely well worth it. He's my highest damage dealer in raids. He has about like 5,000 attack. Really good. As you can see in the beginning of this video, I showed off his stats. So I just want to basically, make a video on this. Not many have made videos on this topic, so why not be one of the first? Or so right here, I'm just going to be playing with Blue Beetle in an online battle. Just a nice little showcase for Blue Beetle. I do have a Blue Beetle video coming up right after this one, so stay tuned. Basically 3-starring him and showing off his special 3. So I'm gonna go ahead and leave it from here, guys. You all have a good day, good night, good evening, and I will see you on the next one. Peace out.